All right, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Steve. In fact, the first episode ever. We are right here riverside in Ovcar Banja, where the river does a really beautiful meander not far from here. A bunch of tight turns that sort of culminate in a beautiful, almost like a yin-yang symbol. Looks like it's geometrically perfect, and it sort of provides a good backdrop for Ivana and I to meander through our thoughts, sort of reminiscing on the past 1 month of road tripping Serbia. Obviously, we had some preconceived notions of what Serbia was like before we came here, and we think we have some good info. First things first, some of the people we met along the way really opened some doors for some unforgettable experiences. We participated in the Drina Regatta, which is big thanks to our friends in Banja Bashta. We became friends with them so quickly that in a week we will be attending their wedding. So you can stay tuned for the small town Serbian wedding video. And to be clear, Serbian people, or maybe Slavic people in general, sort of have a reputation of being a more reserved, potentially the word cold is used. I don't love the word cold, although I will give you some examples. For instance, if you're walking down the hallway of your apartment building and you pass somebody in Serbia, they probably will not smile at you and say hello. They probably won't even look at you, to be honest. But what we've learned through traveling Serbia is once you crack the nut, Serbian people are very, very friendly, and a good trick is to have a shot of Rakija. We've had some unbelievable parties here in Serbia with overwhelmingly friendly people, and a couple shots of Rakija and you have a friend for life in Serbia. So we participated in the Drina Regatta, where we were on a boat with a bunch of people we did not know. Ivana and I were sort of the two Canadians on the end of the boat, and immediately we became friends with them. Not to mention the fish chorba competition, where I don't even really love eating seafood and fish, but very quickly we made a bunch of friends, and people are really generally positive about speaking to foreigners and being curious about where they're from and why they're here. And just recently we were at the Gucha Trumpet Festival, where again a bunch of friendly people sort of took us under their wing and showed us how to participate in the party most effectively. Rakija. Thank you. No thank you. Vala.
Samo da ponudim.
Nice guy. Now, once I tell you about the parties, I have to tell you about the beautiful landscapes, because I could not make this video without telling you about Perucac Lake. For me, it's the best place in all of Serbia. To be clear, the accommodation we booked is 200 euros a night, which is above Ivana and my budget most of the time, but we really had to try it because it looks so beautiful and the experience was so good. Train. And so one thing we've learned about Serbia is it seems to be, for the most part, underrated in terms of natural beauty. When you think of beautiful countries, you might think of Switzerland or some other European nation, but Serbia has a lot to offer, especially with mountains and rivers and relatively untouched spots that you can go explore. Now, another thing we loved has been the food. To be clear, Ivana and I have spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia or even Pakistan, like South Asia, where the food is brightly colored, very flavorful, usually spicy. And so Serbian food is like the opposite of that, but still incredibly good. It's sort of simple recipes. Maybe the spices might just be salt and pepper. It almost tastes that simple sometimes, but the meat is incredibly good quality. We've got the cevap here, which will be hitting the grill soon.
Can you see my happy face?
I've also got something new that I've never seen before, but we had to buy. It looks almost like a meat cupcake. I would describe it that way. To be clear, these are from Idea Supermarket. They're pre-made, and all I'm gonna do is move them from here to here. So we are not the chef today, but the meat is really good. The veggies are really fresh, not to mention kaimak and ivar. Serbian food, especially in small towns, feels farm fresh, and it's something to fall in love with. Oh, baby, the meat is hitting the grill. Looks absolutely great. Now, in terms of Ivana and my favorite experience in Serbia, both of us agree it seems to be what happens in the small towns or what happens in the national parks which are pretty great because they're all free in Serbia and somehow they're all clean. So it seems like Serbian people really respect the environment, because our experience traveling the world is when the national parks are free, they're a bit dirty, or maybe graffiti in a cave, or maybe cigarette butts on the ground. And when they're paid to enter, they're clean, but somehow in Serbia they're free to enter and clean. Not to mention the drive itself in Serbia can be quite beautiful, especially through the mountains and through the hills. So it's not always about the destination. Sometimes it's just about the journey itself. Now, for the last segment, we're going to talk about the value, what things cost. For us, with our Canadian dollars, Serbia has good value. We found it to be pretty affordable for how fun and clean and delicious the country is. For example, this accommodation here, which is right on the river, almost like a private beach, it's about 50 euros, maybe 45 euros a night. And that's kind of comparable to an average price throughout our travels. And so with all that being said, I think it's just about time to eat. Yo, are you kidding me right now? The cat just caught a fish and ow. Oh no, it caught a snake. It caught a snake. The cat is eating a snake. Ladies and gentlemen, Serbian cats are out here eating snakes day after day. Why is the cat eating a snake? Do cats eat snakes? This little Garfield over here has got a fish going. That's standard operating procedure. But fella in the back has killed a snake, which may still be alive. Oh my gosh, snake coming right at me. Look at this cat. Is this my new favorite cat? Do cats eat snakes? What a scene over here. I'm over here trying to make a little grill over here. We got National Geographic in the background. Oh my gosh.
You are nuts. I know they're hungry. They've been hanging around here for...
Anyway, now that When Cats Attack Serbian edition is over, let's eat. I will say this, the greatest restaurant in the world is in Niš.
Yeah, 7 stars.
7-star restaurant, Ivana Merak, specializes in meat. Every single meat dish we tried there, so good. Moan-inducing food, not to mention the bread salad, which is a pretty Serbian thing. I'm not sure the proper name is bread salad, but Serbians tend to eat bread with everything, and they have good bread. And so, Ivana Merak, after 40 countries of traveling, Ivana and I both agree this is the best restaurant in the world.
Yes, definitely.
With that being said, I'm not sure this food is going to be as good as...
Oh, Steve, I'm so hungry. It might be 10 stars right now.
Try it. I'm imagining the chef at Ivana Merak doesn't have 3 beers when he cooks. So this might be a little bit more simple.
Still good. My favorite still, I think, is the fish chorba. Also, I've had the greatest experience there at the fish chorba competition.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many friendly people, and the food is good. Love it.
That sort of encapsulates our Serbian experience.
Yes.
Surprisingly fun, surprisingly yummy, and so many good friends that, God willing, we'll be friends with for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Because some very genuine people who are look
right.
you in the eye and tell you the truth type people.
True,
very
true,
sincere people in Serbia.
Yes, honestly, I did not expect this, you know, when I came to Serbia at first. And then we did our road trip, we started to explore the villages, and we meet people. Oh my gosh,
True.
The best.
I wonder what the average preconceived notion of Serbia is. This is something new. The little green pocket on top,
Oh yeah.
the cherry on top.
Let's see.
Let's try
Let's
it.
cook though.
It looks cooked.
Very good.
It's like pashkavica.
Yeah.
It's like a mini
I think it is.
pashkavica.
Yeah.
Very nice. In any rate, our experience in Serbia was incredibly positive. We have good memories,
Yes.
and fingers crossed we'll be back for Drina Regatta. That's for me. That's I gotta go. That's an unforgettable memory. I thought, man, how could all these people be drinking so much and no life jackets and no incidents and no garbage? So responsible, so fun.
Yes.
Love that party.
Thank you, Serbia. It's been memorable. more good memories coming, I'm sure.
Absolutely right.
By the way, I gained weight here. Your fault.
The one bad thing about Serbia, the food is too good.